Most SaaS companies are throwing away free trial conversions because their email sequences are treating every single user the exact same way. You have marketers signing up alongside salespeople, you have solo business owners signing up alongside managers who have teams, and you have people trying to solve problem A signing up alongside people trying to solve problem B, and you're treating them all the exact same way, sending them through the exact same email sequence. Same emails, same content, same timing, same CTAs. So let's talk about what the smartest SaaS companies are actually doing to funnel their free trial users into sales. I'm going to walk you through some strategies from two different companies. The first one is Bitly, who I have worked for in the past, and the other one is SparkToro. And I have not done their strategy. I did not write their copy, but I recently signed up for their free trial, and some of the strategies that they're using are exceptional, and I can't wait to talk about them. And I'll give you my analysis on exactly why these approaches work and how they differ from what most SaaS companies are doing wrong. So let's start with Bitly. The first thing with Bitly that I want to talk about is something called the self-segmenter. So Bitly has two ICPs, and these ICPs sign up for Bitly with two very different end goals in mind. So early on in the free trial sequence, we implemented an email that's called the self-segmenter. And in that email, we ask users to essentially tell us, which ICP do you belong to? Based on their answer, they were automatically put into a sequence that made sense for their goals. We also made a plan for users that didn't click and for users that didn't open the email. When you're trying to convert trial users, specificity is everything. If you're talking to someone who signed up for your trial hoping to achieve A and your entire sequence focuses on achieving B, that's not going to land with them. They're not going to connect with your software, and you are going to lose them. You're not speaking to their actual wants and needs in that instance. A self-segmenter email lets users tell you exactly who they are, and therefore you know exactly what they care about, and you're able to create a sequence that feels custom. It's not actually custom, but it feels custom, and it is tailored more to their needs so they connect way more deeply with your tool, find value in it, and achieve the wins that you want them to achieve. The second strategy from Bitly that I want to talk about is product-led personalization. Bitly has two main products. They have QR codes and they have short links. So when somebody signs up for Bitly and they create a short link first, their sequence is front-loaded with information about short links. If somebody signs up for Bitly and they create a QR code first, their sequence is front-loaded with information about QR codes. How to use them, how to personalize them, how to track them, how to optimize them. This might feel like it's obvious. Most SaaS companies honestly aren't doing this. Most SaaS companies are leading every single trial users through the same generic product tour, highlighting all of the same features in the exact same order, regardless of what the user actually came to the tool to accomplish. And when you take a look at their actions and you see what's the first thing they're doing in the tool, that can give you a lot of information about what they're actually trying to accomplish. So product-led personalization, it meets users where they are, it acknowledges that first action, and then helps them build on it. And what this is going to do is it keeps users engaged, it keeps them coming back into the tool, and it builds that foundation for conversion because you're not just showing your users some random features, you're showing them the features that matter specific to their use case so that they can achieve their goals quicker and easier with your help. Now, the third Bitly strategy that I want to talk to you about is premium feature adoption. And this one is critical, especially if your tool does have a free tier that the user can just keep going with your software at the end of their trial on a free plan. So throughout their trial, we focus on getting users to adopt features that are only available on paid plans. We wanted users to experience these premium features, understand the value, and of course, we want them to come to rely on them. Take a look at Bitly's pricing table here. You can see that their redirect feature for QR codes and links is only available on a paid plan. You cannot access redirects on the free plan. During the trial, we deliberately guide users to use the redirect feature. We show them why redirects matter, how they work, and the strategic advantage that they provide. And so by the time the trial ends, users have made use of the redirect feature, they've seen the benefits of redirects firsthand, and now if they don't upgrade to a paid account at the end of their trial, they lose access to that feature. I want to be clear that this is not tricking users into upgrading. What you're doing is you're showing them real, tangible value of your paid plan by letting them experience it during the trial. And then, of course, the decision is up to them to upgrade. And at this point, it becomes obvious that the best course of action is to upgrade to a paid account. Now let's look at SparkToro. So the first strategy from SparkToro that I want to talk about is celebrating wins. SparkToro celebrates the very first win that you achieve in the platform, which is making your first SparkToro query. And then they immediately tell you what the next step is so that you can make the most out of this win. Now this does two things. First, it reminds the user that they have actually achieved a win, and this is going to make the user feel good about their accomplishment. And so they just completed an action, they got a result, and now SparkToro is saying, great job. But what I really love about this is the second thing, which is where they say, here's how to take this even further, which pushes users back into the software to take the next action so that they can achieve their next win. This creates a feedback loop of engagement and actively guides users deeper into product adoption. And the more they use the tool, the more they're going to find value in it, and the more likely they are to convert into a paid plan. The second SparkToro strategy I want to mention is seeding paid plans during the trial. So here's a line from one of SparkToro's emails that I absolutely love. They say, lists allow you to stay organized by topic, use case, client, the sky's the limit. Well, free accounts get one list, but you see what I'm getting at. And this is absolutely brilliant. SparkToro here is introducing the concepts of list, which is a valuable feature, and then casually mentioning that free accounts are limited to one list. They're not hard selling. They're not saying upgrade now to get more lists. They're simply planting this seed that if you want to scale your use of SparkToro, you are going to need a paid account. So by the time the trial ends, the idea of upgrading to a paid account, it's not new. It's been reinforced gently throughout the entire trial experience. And the third SparkToro strategy that I want to talk about is reducing uncertainty. So in their third email, SparkToro brings up Ross Simmons. And I especially love this because they're pulling a couple of strategies to reduce uncertainty from this book that you are likely already very familiar with, influenced by Robert Cialdini. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. But the first strategy that they're pulling out of this book to reduce uncertainty is social proof. So Cialdini said that one important means people use to decide what to believe or how to act in a situation is to examine what others in the same situation are doing. So essentially, if you say that people are doing something, others are more likely to do it. Since Ross Simmons trusts this tool enough to use it in his agency, others are likely to be influenced by his use of the tool. Cialdini says that social proof is most influential when people are unsure. In this case, the email lands on the third day of the trial, where users are unlikely to have a solid grasp of the tool, and if they haven't found much success with it at this point, they might be thinking about going somewhere else, or they might just stop using the tool altogether. So I think that this element of social proof comes in at the perfect time to reduce uncertainty, given all these factors. But then the second strategy that they're using from Cialdini to reduce uncertainty is authority. Ross Simmons is an authority in the marketing world. And when you say somebody is an authority, basically what that means is he's an expert and he's trustworthy. And so research shows that people are usually willing to follow the recommendations of someone who knows more than they do when that person is an authority. So the long story short here is that SparkToro uses Ross Simmons to reduce that uncertainty in their users early on in the journey, which could help users feel more confident in adopting the tool. And when users adopt a tool and they love it, they're more likely to upgrade to a paid account at the end of their free trial. If you want my team and I to build out your SaaS email funnel to implement self-segmenters, product-led personalization, premium feature adoption, maybe even pull a couple of strategies from this book because you must, and just take in all of the other strategies that actually convert trial users into paying customers, book a discovery call with me. You can find the link in the description. We'll take a look at your current funnel. We'll identify where you're losing conversions and map out a strategy to turn your free trial period into a real revenue driver. So like I said, that link is in the description. So I'm not sure what you're still doing here. Let's go. Let's get to work.